folks, welcome to yet another episode from the TGV Global Speaker Series. And our guest for today is Yogi Sanjivana, and he's from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Yogi Sanjivana is a meditation teacher with over 20 years of experience in teaching and practicing meditation. His specialization lies in guiding individuals through deep insight, concentration, relaxation, and healing meditations firmly rooted in ancient traditions and teachings. His mission is to assist people like us in achieving spiritual aspirations like happiness, peace, and liberation through the practice of meditation and mindfulness. For him, meditation is not just a profession, it is his profound passion, similar to how I am doing my podcasting. And in fact, it is his interest and way of life. As we prepare to delve into our conversation on the topic at hand, all you need to know about meditation, here is an exciting twist. Let us tickle his brain first. So, Sanjivana, get ready for a rapid fire round of random words. I'll mention a few and I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind in response without thinking much. If you're ready, let's get started.
Okay.
Okay, here comes the first word, curiosity.
How can I help?
God.
I believe.
Invention.
For the good of all.
Future.
Not very good the way we are going now.
Life.
A wholesome life.
Food.
Oh, many, yeah? I am a foodie.
Place.
Any place. I won't mind.
Universe.
Multiple.
Mind.
Pure and powerful.
And the last one is creativity.
Definitely for the better of all.
Perfect. And this is so awesome. Thank you so much for participating in the first rapid fire round of random words. There is one more waiting towards the end of the episode. And folks, welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series where we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. I'm your host Naveen, Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place through valuable discussions that add value not only to your life but also to your career. And thank you so much for tuning in. There is a lot to learn from today's episode. Sanjivana, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice. I got so much of positive vibes the moment I came across your profile, and you'll not believe I'm literally on cloud 9 to host this conversation. And right now the time is 11:12 p.m. IST. So folks, you can imagine how enthused I am about this episode. And Sanjivana, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice. Thrilled to have you. How are you today?
I'm very good. You're most welcome, Naveen. It's a pleasure to be here. And hello, everyone. Very nice to meet you all.
All right, so let's get started, Sanjivana. Please share the top 3 things that have contributed to your success in your life so far, as in the success mantra.
Yeah, surely. Meditation. Number 1, meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, I had to put a lot of effort into my life. So it was, you can say, continued effort.
Mm-hmm.
And before I was weak, but later because of meditation and a lot of things, my mind became very strong. So it was sheer determination that drove me like through rocks even.
Wow. Meditation, continuous efforts and determination. So nice. Let's go forward. And Sanjivana, many people find it challenging to balance their work and personal lives. How does meditation play a role in achieving this balance? And what practical advice can you offer for integrating this meditation into our daily routines?
Yeah, sure, Naveen. Actually, meditation is like getting to know ourselves better. Mm-hmm. So the negatives as well as the positives also. So it is a practice we can let changes happen in a kind of like a safe environment of we call it a practice. Then that can grow into our life.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Nice. So it has to be converted into a practice and then it can be part of our life. So powerful. I think that was crisp and so straight. Now let's move to the next one. In a world which is filled with constant distractions, especially with the social media platforms, the dings, the trings, the notifications, and a fast-paced lifestyle, how can meditation help individuals stay focused and maintain a and maintain a sense of presence both at work and also in their personal lives.
So that's why we need to build a strong and stable mind. Actually, our minds are very powerful and very fast. People make these inventions, machines, technology, all these things people make, even the social media, everything, right?
Yeah.
But what happens is this powerful mind is covered by negatives. We let them arise, and not only that, we let them stay. We let them be there. So through meditation, what happens is we are removing the negatives, and we let the true positives of the mind to arise.
Wow. So we remove the negatives and only embrace the positives, and that is going to help us. Amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying to use not the ancient words or anything, so people can understand, no?
Yeah. I think it makes sense because this is something which I treat as a primer, and we can definitely do many more follow-up episodes. And folks, in this context, I would like to request you, if at all you would like me to ask any questions to Yogi Sanjivana ji in future, please have the questions coming in, and I'm going to share all my coordinates. Of course, most of you are already aware, but you can reach out to us through email and social platforms also, which I'm going to announce towards end of the episode. But this is just a beginning, and let's move forward. Meditation is often associated with reducing stress and also enhancing well-being. So can you share some specific meditation techniques that professionals can use during the workday to manage stress and improve productivity? And I'll be very honest with you, whenever the term meditation comes, people get into serious mode as if, okay, we have to observe some austerity and it is something not for everyone. It is for yogis or it is for somebody who practice Vedic practices and so on. There is that kind of myth among many people.
Sure.
And if you talk about my history of meditation, I studied in Sri Aurobindo school, and I was fortunate to get that quality education, which was inspired by Sri Arvind Ghosh. And in our school, our principal used it to make sure that we are meditating before the beginning of the classes and after the end of the classes. So that's how it's been there in my life. But off late, I don't do it rigorously, and my meditation practice is a little different. Okay, so on that context, probably you can debunk the myth first and then talk about some specific techniques.
From small days, I'll try to keep it. All these, what you're asking me, Naveen, seems like topics itself.
Yeah.
Huh? So I'll just try to keep them. All these questions until now you asked, they seem like topics of their own. Huh?
Yeah.
So from small days, we had none of these problems, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have, like when you were tiny or little, we can say we didn't know. But actually they were like, even the children we see, they're happy. They're happy with the simple toys, some children.
Yeah.
So it is not how rich they are or poor they are or anything. It's about the happiness, right?
Yeah.
So, but when we grew up, what happened was we got more and more things, and then relationships and all these things, careers, all piled up on us, not our responsibilities. It is like a wrong meditation what we did. Now it is done in such a sequence that it triggers when we see something, we hear something. But small days we had none of this.
Yeah.
So now it's a time to turn the cartwheel to the opposite side. Mm-hmm. It's the same process but done in a different direction. You live your same life. You don't have to change massive. You can do which religion you are or whatever walk of life, doesn't matter. Which gender, or no problem. It's not a massive change in process. It happens inwards, but it's not something you show and like act like, okay, I'm like so spiritual now. Some people I have seen over the years and all, they show, but inside it seems very hollow. So some are very silent, and they, like, you can see their lives are so beautiful. So what happens is we are turning the wheel onto the opposite direction. It's the same process, but we are initiating a different thing. We are implanting a seed that will grow. But now there's like a massive tree or a process that is happening that seems like it's hurting us. All the suffering, pain, the pressure, anxiety, depression, you name it, there are so many. So what we are trying to do, it's very simple actually. It's like just a flow of water that is going. We put something like dye or some dirt, and all the water, though it moves, it's mixed with this thing, oil or grease. now we put some nice essence or something to the floor, and all that water, you need only a little, right?
Yeah.
The essence mixed with the water, and then it goes with the same flow. But it's not stinky, it's not spoiled, it's not polluted, nothing. It's the same process. Actually, when I talk to many students, also this happens. There's a false ideology and all. They think like, okay, you have to sit like a yogi and all, do all this. Yes, that is true in a way, because that is the best method of practice, no?
Yeah.
But we cannot do 24/7 like that, no? No, the people have to work, they have to live, no? They have to take care of their families. So it's like charging your mobile device. You switch it off and charge it. If you charge it like that, you can get a good charge, right?
Yeah.
If you are plugged in and going around here and there, you cannot go far also. And the charge wears off. So this is a process that we, it's damage control as well as recharging. And that charge, you can use it maybe in the next morning. You can let the growth process happens, and the whole day you can carry it around. It's very practical.
Superb. I loved it. And, especially you mentioned about the secular part of it. It is not specific to a particular religion or a particular gender.
Definitely
I think that has debunked a lot of it, because again, I can share some examples. You might have heard about Sri Ramchandra Mission, which is popular in South India, right? And they have many meditation centers across the world, and of late they have rebranded themselves as heartfulness.org, just to make sure that everybody is welcome. It is a message saying that okay, it is not just for a particular religion, but it is open to all. I think you brought in a very important point, and it is so helpful.
I really believe in that.
Yeah,
it's not like for some group. All these divisions are like unnecessary, and it is like reason for a lot of distraction, right?
Yeah, and here comes yeah. Please carry on.
The question was like, what are the methods, no, for productivity? So one is like meditations, like loving kindness meditation. Because we, most of our time, ancient ones are very wise. They used to go to like the deep roots of things. So it's an easy fix from there. When we have time, we'll discuss. It's fabulous. I have been following it up since I was a teen. And then I don't know for what reason, like I just want, I could not stop, no? Soon as I tasted it or like saw then I just started going after it or searching for it. So I met like many religions, many people, many places, lot of things, like for like 20 years now. So yeah, like one of the most easiest meditations is loving kindness. It's the opposite of anger. Many things associated with frustration, all this, even depression, anxiety, lot of things. So the other one is the really closest thing that keeps us alive is the breath. So you can do tons of things with the breath. So it's already there. You don't need very luxurious things or anything. You just have it, right? It happens now. So and then these things can help a person in a work environment or anything, because you can just sit and focus on a breath. No? You can just sit and do some random, recitation or even like a practice just by sitting on your office chair. No? So these are very simple. And also there are methods like mindfulness or relaxation that we can call them like exercises or mental exercises. So a person can do these kind of things.
Yeah, awesome. And I have one off the record question. Like you started practicing this meditation 20 years ago. What actually triggered you to get into this path?
Actually, originally it was like happiness. Because we were like teenagers, no? So we were partying and we had all the friends and the relationships and everything. So, but like we were like not wise at that time. So we were doing like not very bad things, but but what happened was like, even if you're like with your partner or somebody, and then you miss them, no? And somebody has to say, hey, you just met her yesterday, right? Yes, I forgot. No? And we go out and party or something with the friends, and then it's too much, no, unbearable sometimes, no. So either it's too less or much, no. Then what happened was like I was like put into a retreat by my mom, like who had a bet with me. She never thought go. No, we used to go to the gym. We had like ideas to like have the sports cars and then all this like go abroad. All these fancy ideas. But then suddenly I went. Oh, it was like so. I wanted to run away. Actually, I wanted to jump the fence and run away. But it happened. Then I was like helping some people. I thought I should not just eat and sleep here. I should do so. And I was so because I made the bet with my mother. She said, "No way, you can meditate." I said, "But meditating very easy. You just did." Then after about like it was a 2 week retreat, and first it was like I saw all the movies, maybe what I saw, and I was like, sometimes they asked me to count, and I was like, I counted big numbers happen. Then they said, "Son, what is the use of your body part?" Like they are like, I said, "Why not? No, you can sell your parts." No? In my mind, this was telling, no, because they were like showing. But so anyhow, then finally someday, like I was doing walking meditation, and then I sat. So different. I felt like walking underwater, and then when I sat, I was like so peaceful. I felt very happy, no?
Yeah.
Then I didn't know even what that was, no?
Yeah.
And then it was like evening, like a prayer or chanting time. So everybody was coming down. We were preparing. It was just the meditation time just before that. So I went quickly to my teacher and I asked, "What happened to me?" No, I didn't even know. And he said, "Oh, son, this is called concentration or samadhi." But I had no clue. Then I came and then I sat, I helped around, and then there was this big statue. I thought like, wow, no, if this small thing can make me so much happy. These people or the spiritual leaders or no gurus, all this, they talked about enlightenment, right?
Yeah.
That is massive, no? Then for 2 years, my friends also did not have me. Like it was, I could not look aside, no, and so everything everything just dropped, no. But luckily we were very young at the time, so you could just drop many things, no.
Yeah. Got it, and thank you for sharing so openly, Sanjeevani. Really, Sanjeevana, really appreciate it. And let's move forward. A while ago, you mentioned about mindfulness is one of the practices, right? So, the concept of mindfulness is also closely linked to meditation. And how does cultivating this mindfulness through meditation does it impact decision making, problem solving, and also overall effectiveness, especially in the professional setting?
Oh, many. One will be free from the mind cluttering, like the mind clutters, right? And the distractions and the negatives. Usually what people do, they put themselves in a more difficult situation. Either they turn into some kind of substance or alcohol or something, to relieve their pressure. But it makes things worse, no? If you talk to a person who's smoking, they think like, okay, this is like relief, but you need a pack of cigarettes, right? Or two. And it doesn't stop, you become sick, no? So what happens in like mindfulness, we have like a very clear vision of things, even in a work environment. And thinking, decision, even the actions. It's actually like, I would like to say, like meditation is like the bridge that connects from the problem to the solution. Usually there's a huge gap, no? So this links up, and not only that, like the past, present, and the future. So one becomes very sharp, present, even refreshed, and with lots of energy, even in a work environment. And that is what usually they seek, right?
Got it. And can you also discuss the importance of self-awareness in relation to meditation, and how can this meditation help individuals gain a deeper understanding of themselves, their values, and their career goals? Because a while ago you mentioned we will get to know about our own positives, our own strengths, our own negatives, right? So can you explain more on that?
Yeah, this is a very nice question, Naveen. So actually meditation is like we take our life and put under a microscope. So when we go to a doctor's test also, they don't drain everything out of our body, no? They take a small sample, and from that also they put it on a slide. And they can even find what is the disease, what is the reason, what is the cure, what is the treatment, all this, right? Just from a slide. It's not even a drop, right? Maybe a droplet. That also they spread it. So likewise, it is like a microscopic, how to say, a view of our own life. So usually the reactions in meditations, the emotions in meditation, the how we try to solve the problem, how we react, is usually very, very similar to the ones we are doing in day-to-day life. So it is, what happens is like it is very easy to fix it there. The root of things, it makes it better in like fixing in the root level. It's an easy fix because in the world it's so difficult. You have to change many things, no? But if you fix it in the subtlest place, then it will be like quickly absorbed into the person's life. And all the positive, with all these positive factors arising and establishing themselves, it will be very clear and very easier understanding and even achieving their goals.
Wow. Nice. I'm loving this conversation, and let's move forward to the next one. This mindful meditation, right? This also emphasizes being fully present in the moment. And how does this practice impact the communication and relationships, both within workplace and also in the personal interactions?
So usually, Naveen, our energy is not focused. It's like the sun, no? Sun is like vast. It's very powerful. But if you don't focus into something, even using a small, like a, magnifying glass, you cannot even burn a piece of paper, right? You can do some other things, but if you really want some concentrated energy, we have to use something like even a small tool, right? Then, and so like that, our energy also, we are thinking something, we are talking something, we are listening to something. So it goes wayward here and there, here and there. Sometimes we are walking on the road looking at we might fall and trip and fall, right? Or we are doing something, or what did I do? No, something wrong here. But what happens is, like, so because this energy is dispersed, we feel very tired also because we have to attend to so many things, and people say they are drained, no, of energy. And not only that, like there are some other reasons also. Like for example, if we had some trauma, or things like depression from the past. Usually they are associated with the past. And from the future, definitely we can have things like anxiety. What will happen? What will happen in this meeting? What will happen tomorrow? What will my boss say? What will my colleagues say? No. So in all this deep anxiety also. Even for a child, you can see this, right? What will be the results, exams, no, all this. And then usually it's associated with the future. So when mindfulness being here in the present, here and now, we are relieved from so many things, from the past, from the future, and many, many, many unwanted problems and situations. So that actually, even how to say, like some, though we are thinking of them, they don't even exist now. Because if it's from the past, it's no more, right? It's already done. And in the future, not yet arrived, no? So we don't know sometimes whether it will come to us even, right? So, and then what happens is it takes and some are not even true. So when we take away things like, how to say, anger, usually it is like anger, greed, and delusion. If we can keep them aside, that makes way for like very wholesome things to come. For example, like understanding, kindness, wisdom. Lot of, not only those three, I'm just naming a few. So which will definitely make way for like communication in relationships, both within like the workplace or the personal interaction. That will definitely make way.
Super. This is kind of enlightening conversation, and it's time for us to add some spice and some excitement because, as I said, I'm going to invite again, but let's add some spice to the episode. I'm going to kick off the second rapid fire round with a set of intriguing questions. If you're ready, let's get started.
Okay, sure.
Okay, here comes the first bullet. If you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
Oh, let's make a better world. I would like to write it in big letters. Huh? No wars, no fighting. We all be in unity, peace, harmony. No? For the future, for the children, for the animals, everybody. Big letters. We have all the technology. We have all the brilliant people, everything. Why are we fighting? No? Why are we killing each other? No? We don't need none of this. So let's make a better world.
Yeah, let's make a better world. Awesome. And I think that is the need of the hour for sure. And can you use one word to describe how meditation makes you feel?
I would use the word enlightened.
Enlightened. Okay.
Yeah,
and
enlightened.
Next one is, can you describe yourself in just one word?
One word. Helper.
Helper. And here comes the next minute. The most unusual place you have practiced meditation.
Yeah, it was like a very busy street. Very busy. The traffic was high. People were like almost like knocking you down. And then there was this bench-like place, and when the mind is going well, you can just be in your space. It doesn't matter, like it's like a whirlpool outside, but you can just sink into and you can just go into your place. That was the most awkward place. Like awkward means like usually we talk about meditation center, ashram, no, monastery, all this play under a rock, no, or cave, under a tree. This also came to my mind, but actually, like, this was like we really do like that, right? We can, and there are people.
Got it. And you mentioned, you gave a brief history of why you got into meditation, and here comes an intriguing question. Please share one surprising way meditation has improved your life.
Yeah, definitely. If I can, in one way, if I could just blend two words together, it would be happiness and peace. This was what I was seeking, and kind of like found, and like receiving, and I'm sharing also with many.
And here comes the last bullet out of rapid fire round. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you would like to see or invent yourself?
Or a gadget which can show reality. A gadget which can show reality. You know, if people show reality, they won't do all this, no? If they show the reality of things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but if we have somebody who could make one of these gadgets, no?
Yeah.
If I could, I would have already made, right?
Interesting one. Really impressed with your responses to the rapid fire round. I think this is one of the excellent rapid fire rounds ever since I started the Guided Voice podcast series, and I'm really super impressed. And with that, let's flip back to the mainstream. And here comes my next question. So, for audiences who are new to meditation, what are some simple yet effective meditation exercises they can start with to initiate their journey towards a more balanced and a mindful life?
Yeah, sure. It's always good to keep it very simple and easy at the beginning. In a way, the first part seems the most toughest. It's like launching a rocket, no? When it's launching a rocket, you need all these things, right? You need the launching pads, you need the fuel rocket, you need the cruise, or even the ground cruise. Later also you need, but not so much, right? But after it passes the G-force, it starts shedding the excess ones, right?
Yeah.
Likewise, this journey also starts because we are now in a negative pattern. So we have to use some excess force, like turn it to the opposite side. Later we can talk about this, but keep it very, very simple, because many reasons. All these things we were talking have many reasons. Everything has a reason. And please do practices like very simple, like with the breath, or things like loving kindness. Even if your mind is not yet concentrated or anything, you feel very soothing with this, because these are like very taught, like for example, like may you be happy, no? May you be peaceful. When you say these things from your heart, that actually cleanses your heart more than that person's, right? So, and then there are like very simple things. These are things we do practically, like try to be have mindfulness about your body movement. Like when you're doing something, just when you're writing, just people sing and do right things, or they how to say, they hate it. I hate it. I don't know. Or they like, why do I have to do this? No, or I am the big boss. I am doing this. No. But if they can do all that stuff, they can put a small mental node of being mindful, on the present. They can do it more positively, more properly, and the wastage putting into those negatives, that burning up and everything is not needed. They save a lot of energy, right?
Yeah.
And of the actions as well as the day-to-day activities. And usually this is a nice thing inside the building, or when you're going from one place to another, or just going outside, you can do some walking meditation. Just like having notes of your feet movement, just like very easy. We used to, like when you're in college and all, they should say like, okay, now you do like for like sports meets and all, like left, right, left, right, left, right. No?
Yeah.
Even if you have them, but after some time we understood like we forget the left and the right, right? So if we can just be mindfulness, even if you're running, even if you're jogging or running, still you can do that. Later there are steps you can slowly increase, but I don't want to like put too much of things. So these are very things, for example, about the breath, loving kindness, mindfulness of the body movements. Then there are many benefits of these also, and things like walking meditation.
Fabulous and enlightening conversation. And before I let you go, please share your experience being hosted on the Guiding Voice platform, and you can share some brutally honest feedback.
So yeah, it was wonderfully done, really, to be honest, and so well organized and so well presented. So yeah, that is what I have to say. From the first conversation, I felt like it was well organized, well presented, and all this, and all well done to you. And I'm really pleased to be here, Naveen, and thank you for having me today. It's been a pleasure, and I really wish the very best to you and to all, and may we all seek and find happiness and peace.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate you for joining me in this enlightening conversation. And I somehow, I'm finding a lot of peace when you are talking to me. I can sense that positive vibration. So I would love to invite you again, and we will do some deep dive sessions for the benefit of the community. So it was such a pleasure hosting you, and looking forward to many more episodes with you, Yogi Sanjivana ji. And it was a pleasure talking to you. Have a wonderful time ahead.
Thank you very much, Naveen. You too. Have a good night and a good rest also.
Sure. Thank you. That was an enchanting episode with Yogi Sanjivana. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request for you. If you haven't already subscribed to our podcast, please subscribe to The Guiding Voice from wherever you have tuned in, because subscribing keeps you updated on new episodes. And also, if you have enjoyed this episode and found the conversation useful, please share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues who would also like The Guiding Voice. So help spread the knowledge and also help others grow just like you. Now let's cruise into the trivia segment of today's episode. So today we had a wonderful conversation around meditation, and I thought I would present you a few more facts related to meditation, which are going to complement what Yogi Sanjivana has shared with us. So first one is about meditation is not just about clearing the mind. One misconception is that meditation requires a completely clear and empty mind. But in reality, meditation is more about observing your thoughts without attachment or judgment. And it is perfectly normal for thoughts to arise during meditation. And the key is to let them pass without getting caught up in them. Second one is about meditation is not limited to sitting still. Yogi Sanjivana has already mentioned, like, we don't have to observe austerities, or we don't have to find a specific location which is so peaceful and get into some yogic postures, right? So while sitting meditation is one of the most popular forms, meditation can take various forms, like moving meditations like walking or yoga are also equally valid. For example, walking meditation involves focused, deliberate walking while staying present in the moment, and making it a great option for those who struggle with sitting still. And third fact is about the proven health benefits out of meditation. Beyond stress reduction and relaxation, meditation also offers various health and mental health benefits. Research has shown that regular meditation can improve cardiovascular health, boost the immune system, reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, enhance creativity, and even slow the aging process at a cellular level. That's why if you observe certain people like Sadhguru, he doesn't look like as if he's over 60, right? So that is a secret. So those who ever practice meditation, they still look young. And these are the less known facts about meditation that help highlight the versatility and scientifically backed advantages of meditation, making it a valuable practice for anyone interested in well-being and self-improvement. So that's it from my side from the trivia perspective. But I would love to hear from you. In case if you have any simple but effective meditation practices to share, which will help the fellow community members, please share with us in the form of comments if you are watching it on YouTube. Or if you have found this episode on social media platforms, you can comment there as well. I'm going to share it with our community members in the future episodes. All right, so that's it for today's episode, and thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome community. Folks, we would love to hear from you, so do not hesitate to share your ideas, feedback, topic recommendations, or even guest speaker suggestions. Please have them come through either social media channels, or you can also email us at theguidingvoiceforyou@gmail.com, and let's create content that resonates with you. I'm your host Naveen Samala, a lifelong learner, and my goal is to have impactful conversations that improve not only your life but also your career. Until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember the future holds great things because the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest.